to broadcast.
And here we go. Here we are.
All right.
Get testing 1 2 3. Brian, you there?
Testing 1 2 3.
All right, guys, here we go. So our news segment is finally live. Welcome to Privateer Live, but this time, no, it's actually the Privateer broadcast. This is our news segment. It's we finally got it going. I know everyone was saying like this, this is false advertising. You guys talking about freaking indie this, indie that. Where's the news at? Well, it's right here. It's finally live. So got a couple of things to talk about today, but first, before we do that, let's introduce our guests. So as always, I'm Soul, aka Meninda, and joining you is my co-host, Mr. Ivan, aka Kfcpop.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Privateer Broadcast.
Yes. And we got a special guest joining us today, and he is actually going to be joining us for future streams as well for the gaming news. We got my best friend, one of my best friends here, Mr. Brian, aka Daverill, aka the world's biggest prick.
Wait.
Yeah, and I'm currently eating my dinner right now.
Wait. Thanks for announcing that to everyone. And Rex, thanks for the stream, appreciate it. Or thanks for the like.
Hey, Rex. Yeah, all man, right. Guys, we're trying something new here.
Yes.
We want to do like some sort of podcast, but I think we'll combine both. Like we can share news and articles. I think we can do introductions later on, but we're just kind of experimenting right now, seeing how everything goes. You know, get a feel of it, and then hopefully later on we can start introducing who we actually, who we are. What our background's at. But I guess for a little quick thing, I do little game development. I've been learning how to code and designs. That's always been my thing. And Meninda has been helping me out with that things as well. And he wants to learn these things, and he's been learning it. He knows how to code and at least have some ideas. And no, you actually do know. I won't say it. Yeah, you know how to code. You do. You definitely know how to design because you're helping me on a lot of designs as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And how to development and all that stuff. But feel free to ask us any questions. And we also would really appreciate you guys provide some feedback as well. Because we're still learning. We're starting out this certain new thing. We're experimenting.
Just an FYI, we wanted to do this for a while, but like just the logistics of planning everything, getting it going, and all that stuff has been it's been quite challenging because obviously these are three people from entirely different freaking countries, universes. Well, I suppose not so much me and Brian anymore because I actually used to live in the US and I've moved to the UK. But me and Brian were both from the UK. We got our angry Scottish friend Brian. Who's gonna be bringing the outrage culture in. Now I'm just kidding. No, we got plenty of stuff to be mad about. Let's be honest, man. In the gaming industry, so there might be quite a bit of hot topics to cover here, right? But guys, this is we're trying to be as transparent as possible here. We love doing live streams, but we want to do something a little bit more personal as well. We want you to see what's actually happening in the, let's have these discussions. Let's do it all live. Let's talk about what's happening in the industry. Let's also talk about the video game that we're working on as well, which we will get to soon. We'll get to that as well.
Later on, but.
And not only that, but we're also very outspoken. We're always going to speak our minds and be real, which means we are,
Jesus.
If you're
what's with the audio? It's like modulating crazily. You hear that too? Like this guy like screaming, like going rage boost every 2 seconds or something. What's going on there?
So if you're angry about something, let me know so I can yell at these guys.
Yeah.
He's like, pause the camera to me. I'm getting angry already. I'm just gonna show my anger by screaming in the mic here. Let's do it. 100%.
This is how we're gonna talk.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our first topic then, shall we?
Sure, I guess we'll talk about Unreal Engine.
Yeah, the Unreal 5 engine. Ivan, you want to take the lead on that? Let's take a look at that, shall we?
So just go open the third link. But basically, it's like they displayed like the whole video of their new Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
Just kind of crazy to think about. Like it wasn't free before. Now it made it free for everyone to use.
Yeah.
And also like now at Unreal Engine 5, it made it free as well. And the craziest thing is like a lot of things are free with it too, but I guess I'll start one thing at a time. So they're showing off the geometry part of it. I don't know if you want to go to like let me see here,
which link is it that you want me to check out?
It's like a video. You can show that part. Trying to find that part here. But they were showing like how it renders. Looks like photorealistic, I should say.
Yeah.
I think they were using like photo scans. I think it's called mega scans, what they call it. where the like the movie industry had used it, where you basically scan like real objects to make it and then put it in a 3D world and it looks really really realistic.
Mhm.
So if you open that video and go to the timestamp like around let's say 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, one sec. Is that the which one is that one?
And then they were showing like polygons. I'm not sure what.
Is that the third YouTube link that you sent me?
Yeah, it says like Unreal Engine 5 release. So they premiere all that in April 5th, which is a couple days ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Why is this opening an edge? Get out of here. Freaking cancer, man. All right. Let's move the scene over so you guys can check out what we're looking at here. Okay. Let me back up a bit here as well.
Already existing modeling tools in the Unreal editor. So I can bring in this panel and just move.
Is this the right timestamp, by the way?
It's 7 minutes and 21. I think you're at 17. 7.
Developers put creativity first.
I don't know, anyone, let me know in the chat as well. You guys are involved in this news. Anyone who's a developer excited by this as well?
Keeping you inside the 3D world
hey, Sup, what's going on? We got going on there. Sup, what's going on, guys? Yeah, man, we're just showing up some news and stuff. We're just talking about news. You know, we're trying something new. We're experimenting. But yeah, you see that? I think they already showed this before, but look how hyper realistic that looks, man. And they're just showing like how to like, oh yeah, those are like the polygons.
Wow.
I'm not too sure how they doing it though.
Look at all those freaking triangles, man. Oh my god.
Because you know, if you ever like develop games, especially in the old games, like you can kind of see every polygon. Like for example, freaking Tomb Raider's boobs. It's all like a freaking triangle.
Back in the day, you know how it was, man. Yeah.
Like they couldn't really make round boobs, I guess.
Yeah.
It has to be a triangle. You gotta use your imagination. And now look how far we came. Now we use multiple polygons. I'm sure it's not like actually doing the polygons. Maybe it is, but maybe it's some sort of like bitmap mapping.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, you can kind of show like where the lighting effects and shadows within the image could show up. Maybe that's the case, but that's really impressive, and you can really tell like if you go to the desert part again, and then you know you can see like like the shadows and how hyper realistic it looks.
Yeah,
like,
look
at that.
This is tasty. Yeah. This is tasteful. I can feel it.
Honestly, it's making me want to develop the game on that freaking engine.
I mean, just be honest, it's making you want to, a long erection.
Put it this way. I don't know all the details. I ain't as technically savvy as you guys. All I know is this. It looks amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's say this way too. It's next generation, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're all looking for. Because I was kind of disappointed at this previous generation where like the graphic quality and fidelity, it wasn't that impressive.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that was really impressive was like the capture where the faces, like it shows like really true emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. You know, that I wasn't that impressed with the graphic fidelity and all that sort of things. But I hope the Unreal Engine 5 kind of take it to the next step.
Yeah. What would you say are the biggest differences you've noticed when you've in comparison? It's just the photorealism, right, from Unreal Engine 4 to 5? Yeah,
like just like the realism, the lighting and the shadows, especially the shadows. Like look how like things are cast, on the ground and the terrain.
Yeah.
I'm very excited too because like you can see how they developing like the animations.
Yeah,
it's a lot more like because their focus with the engine too was the efficiency as well.
Yeah, on
their engine. So because the one thing we're having trouble in video game development side is like it takes forever to make a game.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping like maybe there's going to be a point where it's a lot more efficient to make a game. So that way it doesn't take that long because it costs a ton of money to make games and a lot of people. But if we can make it a way to like even even a small group of team can make a sort of like almost like a AAA game, like I hopefully that would be the future.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Brian, you want to chip in?
I was just gonna say, graphics are nice and all, but just keep in mind that gameplay should always take first priority. I'm not saying a game has to I mean, a game looking realistic is good. Like they don't. Not every game has to look like actual like real life. Like you don't always have to make it look that realistic. I mean, take a look at the games we grew up with back in the day. Like obviously. They haven't aged well in terms of graphics, but the gameplay still holds up in some games that we played back in like PlayStation 1 and all that. You know?
Very true.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat with graphics on everything. You have to have a solid gameplay. You have to have a solid like foundation. The gameplay really. You have to build off of the gameplay for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I would counter it though in a way that the gameplay is always important, even for me too. But for some people, especially if you want to sell a game, you want like. The first thing is like the look of the game, like it's like, oh my god, it looks so sick. I can't wait to check this game out. How the game's gonna look at my TV and all that. Yeah. So it's always been a selling point for those things. But I mean, I'm just talking like a business side.
Yeah, of course. If you want to prioritize, making the profits, which are really important, because obviously if you spend a huge budget on a game, you want to make some of that money back as well, man. So.
It depends on the genre as well. But I think a good game that comes to mind when I think of a good game with amazing looking graphics is Until Dawn. You guys have played that, or you've seen that, haven't you?
I have. I played a bit of it a while ago. So yeah, for sure.
I think I played it too. I haven't played much of it though, but it was really cool. What I played.
I played it. It's interesting. It's really it hooked me. Like it was good. Not like obviously I'm used to playing a lot of fast paced hack and slash or action shooters, all that stuff. But sometimes it's nice to just slow down in a wee slow paced game like that. It's more story driven, making decisions and all that. And just seeing this gorgeous scenery with these amazing looking graphics in this game and all that. The characters like faces and all that. It's sometimes it's just.
Yeah, speaking about winning formulas and gameplay and all that, just looking over to the chat here, we have Guno, aka I think that's Andrew, right? Who's chiming in about how Pokemon has kept that design, kept that kind of formula where they just basically, you're gonna play the next Pokemon game, you have to, man. You know how it is.
I kind of wish they kind of like improve the graphics though in a way.
Yeah, man, I'm in the same boat. What was the latest one that came out? I can't even remember it now, man. Honestly, I mean, I played the old school Pokemon games. I'm really into those Pokemon games, but like the latest ones, what was the last one that came out?
Was it Sword and Shield?
Sword and Shield, which was supposed to be a step up from Let's Play Pikachu and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? Yeah.
Isn't it another Pokemon where it's like open world and you actually fight them in your Pokemon, they attack you as well? I don't forget what's it called.
Was it Pokemon Legends Arceus? I'm drawing a blank.
They got rid of random battles in the wilds. I think didn't they? You can't like go into grass fields and actually have Pokemon battles randomly encountered. Now you can actually see them in the grass, and you can decide whether or not you want to engage with them. So that was a huge gameplay mechanic change they have, because if anyone knows anything about Pokemon, you should be grinding your Pokemon, going in the wilds, and just continuously killing that Zubat 500 billion times over again.
Oh my god! I got fed up with nothing but Zubats appearing when I was playing Let's Go Eevee, and honestly, I kind of like that change where you can actually see the Pokemon instead of just getting put into random battles, and when you're bodying gone to find Pokemon and hope you just had to cross your fingers and hope that the Pokemon you want will appear.
Yeah,
I actually appreciated that change. And by the way, keep in mind, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are technically remakes of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow.
Yeah, they're just gonna. That's the thing. I mean, do you guys feel like that's milking the franchise like way too much?
No, honestly,
there's a chat I'd say about that too.
Yeah, honestly, this is the thing. So what they do is, this is the formula I've noticed. So let's take a look at the second generation Pokemon for a second, right? So we got Gold, Silver, and Crystal, right? So what they do is, in Gold, you can there's some legendary Pokemon that you can catch that you can't catch in Silver, and then what they do is they put out the third game in Crystal that has both of them. So basically, if you want to get the full experience, you can either buy Gold and Silver separately, or you can wait for Crystal to come out. Or some people just buy all three. You can't have separate save files, right? You can only have one save file per game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So that means if you want 3 different save files to do different stuff, you just got to buy the game separately, man. I've always hate that, to be honest.
I think the reason they want to do that is because they want to encourage you to trade with your friends that got
what
as well.
I've actually, now that you've mentioned that, man, I fell into that trap.
What's that trap?
Some years ago, I bought Pokemon or was it Pokemon Y or
Yeah.
Pokemon X? It was one of the two.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Pokemon Y. I got Pokemon Y, and I actually discovered that I could not. This was when I got back into Pokemon for a bit on the Nintendo 3DS, and I discovered and I was hooked into the game. And eventually, I discovered, wait a minute, I can't make a separate save file. You tell me that I need to restart the entire freaking thing.
Yeah.
So,
Especially if you had an action replay like me and you corrupted your save file. Like, oh, it's all gone. What did I do?
I know. So,
I used to have one of those. I don't know
basically-
if you guys remember those things back in the day. There's little. It was called Exploder. It wasn't called Action Replay. It was called Exploder. So what you do is you plug it into the back of your Game Boy Color, and then you slot the game in from the bottom underneath, and it goes upward like that. And then you turn it on from the top, and basically it takes you to this kind of like configuration kind of UI screen where you can decide which cheat codes you wanna put on for the game and stuff like that. But it can be very well, I can't say dangerous because the stakes aren't really that high, but it can destroy your game file if you don't do it right. Because that's what happened to me. I entered a cheat code, because like people hack the game and stuff like that. I entered one that someone made, and it ended up bricking my entire save file. So I had to actually no, it didn't just brick my save file. It bricked my entire game. So what happened is After I screwed around with it, I turned the game off and turned it back on, and literally the only thing that would come up is the Game Boy Color, like ding, and nothing else. It would just go black. Come to think of it, I think I bricked my whole Game Boy Color. I can't remember, man. Did I brick the game, the freaking console thing itself? But yeah,
I don't know. But
be careful with action replays. Be careful with those.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I think during that time they were still figuring it out as well. During that time, right? Because everyone's like, oh, if you want to hack the game, you got to do this and that. But like they try to commercialize it by getting releasing that official action replay devices and stuff. Because like when I got my original Xbox, I tried to do that as well, but it wasn't like GameCube. You guys remember the action replays for like the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox?
I don't think I ever used any of those, so I don't remember. I heard about them, but no.
Yeah.
I think I recall using action replay once for like Resident Evil Code Veronica on the PS2.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's a while ago.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, let's
now,
go back to
'cause-
Unreal though. Let's go back to Unreal.
Yeah, we went so off topic about Pokemon.
I mean, we were talking about the future of games, so it was kind of on topic still. So
Let's just
Let's see what Andrew had to say though. The
Yeah.
one that we had called Action
let's just
Replay.
put this in advance. This is going to keep happening. All right? Keep happening.
yeah,
Let's see
for
what
sure.
Chad had to say about it though.
Yeah, what's Chad
like
saying?
the one that was called Action Replay for the DS has a truck to the snow in winter to get mine because my mom will take me to the Best Buy. I'm not sure what.
I'm mad confused right now.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe something what we said before.
Yeah,
But yeah, cool, man. Thank you for sharing.
yeah.
I think Rex, I think was saying.
All right,
something.
guys, let's get back to.
Anyway, yeah.
It was. I wouldn't say it was completely off topic. We're just talking about the future of games, like how games are
Sure,
created and how like action replays and cheat codes and all that stuff factored into that. So it's kind of
Yeah.
the same thing. All right, let's look at this. So I
If you wanna-
personally have never worked with Unreal, so this is all new to me. I've worked with Unity though, but this is the UI. It's very similar.
I'll say it's pretty similar to Unity. I imagine it's actually I don't know how modular it is because Unity is pretty modular.
Yeah.
In a sense, like you code something and then just attach it to an object, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It could be like that.
Okay.
To walk through the snow. I had
Let's
to walk through snow. Okay. What else? Oh, if you want, we can talk about the Matrix Awakened.
Yeah. I just want to look at this again. This looks so nice, man.
Yeah, it looks really photorealistic, right?
Let me just make sure this is on the highest thing. Yeah.
Like I said, like it's photo scans of real objects.
Yeah, these are
And
all the triangles that you can see. Millions of them. Freaking hell, man.
Yeah. So yeah, the amount of polygons, and then like what Andrew said,
Yeah.
our boobs are perfect.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can see every angle. Anyway, I guess let's go to like the. I sent you another link. The last one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure. It's basically the Matrix Awaken.
Yeah.
Which is kind of. Which I think we've already seen this. That was like in November, December. But the
Oh,
cool thing about
I love the shit out of that. That was awesome, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oops.
The cool thing about that though too is that
One
what
sec.
do you call it? They have the city the city of the Matrix from that demo,
Mhm.
and you can actually do things on it now.
Oh no,
Like,
Keanu Reeves, you're cell
Look how
shaded
reali-
into another game. I mean, to another experience. It's just too. It's too early for that, man.
But look how realistic he looks though. Like I thought it was really him, but if you look closely, it's like, oh no, he looks a little bit. There's a
Bro,
little
you know it's
uncanniness to
realistic
him.
because they fixed how his beard like was not. It was like it wasn't connecting from this side in real life. For some
Oh, yeah?
reason, yeah, and they fixed it in the engine. Just kidding. Nah, I got love for you, Keanu. I'm just joking. No worries. All right.
Yeah, if you want to play it, but I'll just keep talking out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Keanu Reeves looks so realistic. Like it's, I don't know. Well, that part is probably part of the
There he
movie,
is.
right?
Yeah.
But
You
I
can
think if
tell
go
it's you can
for-
tell it's from the engine because the lighting's not obviously spot on. Because if you compare the lighting
Yeah.
on Lawrence Fishburne here and the
Yeah.
lighting here in the models, you can see differences.
Yeah. If you go ahead a bit,
I mean,
I think they showed like him transforming to a young self as
this
well.
looks really sick on point here. Crazy. This is okay. So just let me go back from it. This is all in the engine still, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
I
that's
can't
on it.
believe how much they've nailed the movement. Because if you
That
guys
is-
if you guys look at a naturalistic movement in video games, it's obviously not the best. It's like a little bit janky. You can kind of notice it doesn't look real. But look, this is like spot on. The smallest gestures, the flicker of his slight movement of his hair, the slight movement of his neck and craning his neck and his head a bit. It's all just on point. It's captured like on point.
That is absolute.
Picture
that is
perfect.
Absolutely unreal. No pun intended.
Let's do it in slow motion so you guys can see.
Wait.
Check it out.
Yeah, the movement of his hair. Yeah, that's-
Everything's spot on.
I'm assuming that's like they simulate the hair movement.
Yeah.
'Cause that's how you're usually supposed to do it. Because obviously you don't want to freaking record every freaking hair movement, right?
Yeah, that would take forever, man.
That'll
Let's
take
be
forever.
honest.
That's
there.
like a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're using like simulation hair movement.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive, right? Like look how realistic it looks.
You mean like an algorithm, right?
Yeah,
That-
it's just like
that'll-
an algorithm,
that'll
like-
do
like
that?
if,
Mhm.
Yeah, like if he tilts his head this way, then move the hair like sort of like that way,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's over an algorithm in a way. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Oh my gosh.
Carry on, Moss. Yeah.
Now kiss me.
You gotta kiss all my friends too.
Oh.
Oh, man.
What's kind of another cool thing about that too, where they were showing all the people there,
Yeah.
is like in the Unreal Engine 5, they have like a character maker that's free that you can make characters in there.
Oh, really?
So that's what I'm saying. Like people who who are indie that
Mhm.
don't have a large budget and don't have a huge like armies of freaking artists,
Yeah.
they can use that maker with Unreal, and it's all free. And you don't have to hire a modeler. You don't have to do any of that stuff. That's all free, and you can
Didn't
model
Unreal
your
kind of had
characters.
something like that before as well? And I think they were working up to it or something, right?
Maybe they did. I don't know. I haven't really played around with Unreal Engine, but like what they showed off, though, I was really impressed. Like
Yeah.
with the amount of free stuff they're giving out. They're even giving this whole I don't know, the whole city, or at least part of the city, for free as well. that
Yeah.
you get to.
This is the time, guys.
play
This is
around.
yeah. Sorry to cut you off there, Ivan. I was just
no,
saying.
you're good, man.
I was just saying, yeah, this is the time to get into indie development. If you guys are looking for a reason, or you're looking for like the right opportunity, this is the golden time. I'm telling you, it's still here. Like, you got all these free assets that you can use. It's all free. Just get to work, man. Start playing around with it, practice with it.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. Honestly.
Yeah, if you go to the first video, I think it kind of shows off a bit of like the video, like the edits of like what you can do with the city as well. If you go back to the first video and you go on, let's see here, timestamp on that one. Oh, okay, I think it's at 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
4 minutes 12 seconds. Okay.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yeah, I think it shows like what you can do to play around with the video, or like the part of that level. I think you can jump ahead a bit. I think it should. I don't know if it's playing the whole thing again. Or maybe not. Nah, you're good. I think we did. Oh, okay. So they were showing like simulation of crashes too. Okay, now this is new. Okay,
Here it is.
we go.
Yeah.
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 Look how cool this looks, man.
This looks like so much like the film, man. Like crazy.
Yeah,
They're really just making leaps and bounds here, man. It's crazy, honestly.
And they get to show like how to do it in the engine now.
Yeah, sick, man. Like Blender. I kind of realize your Blender there.
Look how cool you can get to like you can pause the game there and you can make some changes and
Yeah.
all the like crashing and stuff. That's all simulated too. So.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you don't have to animate every single like object breaking off the plane. You can simulate it.
That's crazy. It's already pre-existing code that you can just pop in, like assets.
Yeah, and it teaches you how to do those things too, because they're giving you like the whole look at the polygons.
Oh man.
Like it shows like how realistic the lighting and the shadows and how it casts. Like look how good that looks.
Yeah, just an FYI, guys. By the way, if you wanna some good place to learn like coding as well is obviously YouTube is one. You can also find some Unreal Engine courses on Udemy.com. That's what we use as well. We used when we started out.
Well, I could add to this, by the way, too, for the people who are interested in checking out Unreal Engine 5, is they also introduce a free communities and classes for free, within their website.
Yeah.
So you can learn, I think, every aspect on the Unreal Engine for free. They teach you like how to do this and that. I'm not sure how, like, what you need to know beforehand. Maybe you need to know how to code. Or maybe it teaches you there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But even if you have to learn how to program a language, there's a lot of free resources. There's Udemy too. That you can pay like $20 sometimes.
Oh, here's the character maker you're talking about.
Yeah.
Just one more thing to on the talk of that as well, guys. There's no shortcuts, man. You really have to put in the work. You have to study if you wanna learn. But the best thing about it is we got the internet now. All these resources available to you. So like. And a lot of people, they make these YouTube videos for free. They make it bite-sized. So, if you want to get to work straight away, just literally just like a YouTube, like how to create my first game in Unreal Engine or how to create a stealth platformer game like we're doing, just a hint.
Yeah.
Anything like that. But, just like, this, if you want to just jump into a project, I'm going to get going. I want to get my hand, my feet wet and do something straight away. Literally, there's tons of YouTube videos on there to help you with that for sure, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing for a person who wants to learn certain things, because to learn, you should try to learn like almost everything, like how things work. And if there's something you don't know how to do, you can always Google it. Google is always your friend.
Yeah.
There's Stack Overflows. There's a lot of things, and the secret is like most programmers don't even know how to make these certain things. They usually go to Google it and get Stack Overflow.
Yeah, bro, everyone in every industry, they Google it. They do it, man. They Google stuff. Yeah. They have to.
All you really have to know is how to manipulate the code. Like, okay, I know this means that, so if I change this, that should solve my problem.
Yeah. It's all about trial and error, man. When something breaks, it's a new opportunity for you to learn something new that you didn't learn before.
Yeah.
That's how it is. You got to look at it that way. If you don't, you're just going to get frustrated like every second. Because that's like how we were when we started out. Like we'd spend like what was the longest that you ever spent on a bug? Was it like 2 weeks? I think.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and it was just one change I have to do.
I think Daya, one of our friends who's also in the AAA industry, actually works at a major company. I think he worked at Amazon Game Studios. I think where does he work now? I'm not sure, but he spent. He said the longest that he worked on a bug was a month. He was stuck on one bug for a month. That's crazy, right?
That's longer than I had to deal with.
Yeah, Brian, what are your thoughts on this? Looking in just from like kind of just the gamer's perspective.
Looking in from a gamer's perspective, Unreal Engine has a good track record. Like I don't recall a single time, to my memory at least, where a game has never run bad because of it. Every game that's ever used Unreal Engine has, to my knowledge, run so well and look just as good. In fact,
and it looks nice. Yeah.
I would like to use an example. Real quick, Mass Effect used Unreal Engine, right?
Mass Effect, I believe so. Did it?
Yeah, and then
we can look it up.
Look it up.
I'm pretty sure Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 used the Unreal Engine, and then EA decided for Mass Effect Andromeda they were going to use EA's Frostbite engine or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And take a good look at the issues that game had.
I
when they
mean,
started to use.
I'd say the issues were like on a broader spectrum than merely just the visuals. I mean, there's a lot to say about that game that's lacking compared to the other Mass Effect games, right? You know what I mean, Ivan? I mean, I'm sure you guys can agree with me on that. That Andromeda was, I mean, there's just a lot of the feeling that was just missing from the previous Mass Effect games, right?
All I'm saying though is that the Unreal Engine might have helped that game even just a little bit, even if it's just a slight improvement somewhere. That would have helped it. And I'm just saying, like, it's wait, an engine that has a proven track record like that, it's like, why would you change it?
So, just a little bit of clarification about Mass Effect. So, the first 3 of Mass Effect, all of them use the version Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they use Unreal Engine 3. But after that, they use their own in-house engine, which is called the Frostbite engine.
So, they use Frostbite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the impetus behind that? Why change? Why don't just go to Unreal Engine 4?
So, here's the thing I'll say to that. So, when you're going to when you use your own in-house in-house engine, I can talk right. You basically save a ton of money.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Because like if you're using their engine, Unreal Engine, obviously you want some royalties. Like, hey, use our engine, therefore you got to pay. You got to give us some money, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's for indie devs. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of royalties if you start selling your game, but it shouldn't be as bad compared to like a AAA game or a AAA company. You know, if you want pause it because I have that to say there. So that's the reason. I imagine that's the reason why they went to an in-house engine. But I heard like a lot of problems with Frostbite engine because sometimes they made it their engine to design for a specific thing, like for example, a first-person shooter, right?
Battlefield, right?
Yeah, I think that was the main reason why that was the main design for Frostbite engine, right?
Destructible environments, as I recall.
Yeah. So when you start going to third person, you know, that's when you start introducing different problems. Like the Unreal Engine is not going to have a problem with that because it's designed to do a lot of different genres.
Yeah,
I would say
it's
like,
multifaceted in that way, right? Versatile. Yeah.
But like when you're doing when you're using your own engine, you have to get engineers to make to cater towards that sort of like that genre if it wasn't designed for that, you know.
Yeah.
And then that's when you have some problems, and I'm sure they had problems. Like I heard horror stories. I think it was the Frostbite that like the people were trying to make a game with using that engine because we have to use it. And
they just stretched it to its limits, and it just no.
Well, it just introduced a lot of bugs, you know, within their engine, you know.
Yeah.
And Unreal Engine is a lot more polished because their main focus is like we're gonna create this awesome engine that you can do whatever you want with it. I'm not sure how they can do. I wonder if they can do strategy games on Unreal Engine.
That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure they can, you know.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
But yeah, just clarification for Mass Effect.
Got it.
Yeah, it was Unreal Engine, which is specifically 3.
Look at these scans. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I almost forgot about Andromeda, but whatever.
I'm just so sad about Andromeda, man. Honestly.
Yeah. I think the reason too, because of that, of the reason why animation wasn't that great, I guess maybe because it's a different engine.
Oh, that was a real controversial topic at the time. The animations, man, like people were going after the animators on the freaking team, which you know, like screw you, right? Like don't do that, man. Freaking hell.
The sad part is that I still have not finished Andromeda.
I'm sad to admit it as well, but I never finished it either, man. I stopped playing. I just lost interest on this. I just wasn't interested in the squad, man. Like this is the thing. I mean, if you haven't played Mass Effect at this point, I mean, I'm not saying any apologies, man, but I'm just talking about some Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 here for a second. But when they set up the universe, right, the Quarians, the Geth, all those different races of people, they brought so much to the table. Like this, I mean, obviously they had a lot to work with in the beginning because they're setting up a universe. You're bringing in all this rich lore and all these different alien races and stuff. But when they went to Andromeda, we changed galaxies. What did we really get? Not much. There wasn't much like distinction. We got like 1 or 2 new races, I think, of people, but like it felt like a DLC. It didn't feel like a new game, you know. Yeah, I expected more in the new universe. I'm like, this is like the Andromeda Galaxy now. There must be new kinds of, you know, all kinds of new different races of people and technology and stuff like that. I didn't really get that feeling of like, you know, a new adventure, man. It just wasn't there.
the enemy variety was just born, in my opinion. The squad was born outside of maybe the Turian and Krogan teammates.
Yeah.
Everybody else was born.
Yeah, and no one was memorable. There wasn't really anything that was memorable. You even have your own twin, and that still wasn't memorable.
Well, I just remember something. So I just see right now, I guess they announced Mass Effect 4 will use the Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, okay.
So I guess
Really?
they're gonna ditch the Frostbite because like I said, I
Thank
think they have
God.
problems with. I think they have problems with the Frostbite. They're like, all right, F it, you know.
Yeah, I think
we're
you
gonna-
learned your
we're gonna
lesson,
save
man.
money, but it's not working out.
So
Yeah,
what you're saying is they learned their lesson.
I think they did. Yeah, don't just stick with what you've been doing, man. Just stick with Unreal
yeah.
Engine.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
Which I'm gonna make a bold statement, which I think I'm kind of curious what you guys think about it.
go for it.
I think we're gonna come to a point where like there's no reason for a person to create your own engine in house. I guess. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. I'm kind of debating on it now, but I'm thinking like maybe Unreal Engine 5 and
Unless you're doing something so extraordinarily revolutionary that you need to.
yeah.
Well, let me add to that, Manda. And
Yeah.
also, if you're absolutely 100% confident that it ain't gonna backfire.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's all about taking risk,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Risk and
it's all
reward.
about taking a risk, but if you're not 100% confident that it's going to work out, you're better off just sticking to what is already working.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if it's not broke, don't fix it, man. Just go with the easiest point A to point B. Why do you want to screw around just for a couple extra bucks, man?
Yeah,
Exactly.
because the reason why I'm thinking about that, like, there's no really a reason to make your own. I mean, there's some reasons, but like, there's the less riskiest way for you to make a game is to use the ones that already been very established, that has been polished, and which is Unreal Engine and
Unity.
I think I would say Unity as well.
Yeah. Unreal Engine and Unity, the two most polished ones, I think, right
Yeah.
now.
But Unreal Engine like has such a great fidelity. It looks so great.
It's
I think the
robust.
only reason-
It's definitely robust.
I think the only reason maybe you want to create your own engine if you want to introduce something new and unique.
That's what I meant,
a-
like revolutionary for sure. Yeah, and something
yeah, yeah. Like I seen like what's that freaking game called?
Which one?
That latest Metal Gear,
Phantom Pain.
Phantom Pain that uses that one
The
engine, which is
They
the
use
Fox engine.
the Fox engine, yeah.
new. The Fox
Yeah, which,
engine. Yeah.
I remember when they first released, I was really impressed with the animations and the lighting, and looked really cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Kojima created that engine to craft his narrative experiences, right? Like you know how he wanted to set up his scenes and everything. He wanted to use storyboarding stuff, storyboard elements and stuff like that. So he needed to create his own engine for that, I think, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you use that Fox engine to create, like, let's say, for example, like a strategy game,
Yeah.
like, that you're putting a lot more work to it now, and
Yeah.
and then you might also encounter some bugs or glitches or that sort of thing, because that
Yeah.
the engine wasn't really made for that, with
Yeah.
different genres in mind.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh, man.
Just gonna
The
crack on with
Fox
this as well.
engine was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm still pissed off that Konami has it.
yeah, and they're not doing much with it now.
I know. That's what makes it even more infuriating.
I think they're afraid
Yeah.
to take risks now because Metal Gear Survive was an absolute freaking dumpster fire.
Please
Right.
please don't bring that name up around me.
Nah, man.
Oh.
Fair.
Yeah, you're showing that clip, so those are the stuff that comes with the engine for free. Like,
Oh
even
yeah,
the
look.
textures.
So, here we go. Look, check it out. Search 16,612 assets for free that you can use.
Yeah, there's free stuff, but even if you can't find a certain object, they have their own store, like similar to Unity,
Yeah.
where you can buy their assets for at a price which is like sometimes goes $16-$20.
hmm
I think they're showing off the store right there.
Yeah, the storefront where you can buy
Yeah.
texture packs, buy asset packs and stuff like that. Which Unity
Yeah,
also
like-
offers those services too.
Yeah, and they show like different standard license and an indie license,
Yeah.
and look at the amount of stuff you can add. So, and that's what I'm saying, man. It's more easier than ever to make your own game.
It's the easiest time.
You don't have to hire like all those stuff. You need to hire a modeler and artists,
An animator and all this stuff. Yeah.
animators, yeah. But you can do it yourself, using their engine and
Yeah.
their animation tools.
Yeah.
Obviously you don't want to go too crazy, especially if you're starting out your very first game. You don't want to go that crazy. You
Yeah.
want something very simple.
Yeah.
But it's easier than ever. And look, you can even scan your own things now with your phone.
That's
Like, you see
crazy.
your-
This is new to me. I didn't know about this. Let's see this. So you scan your own photos and it replicates it in the engine.
Yeah, like I think it shows like how she does it. Like it's as
You have to take like a 3D photo of it, and then like it replicates it with the algorithm in the environment. Oh, that's sick, man.
Yeah, and then I think your phone has to have like a certain like sensor in order to scan it really well, because it needs the depth as well. But
How
yeah,
is the app free where you can do that?
I believe it's free. Yeah. Like you can scan your own objects and then.
All right, Ivan. Let's just go to Paris and just start taking pictures of things and put them in our game for Agent Noir.
For Agent Noir. I wonder if we make a 2D game in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, let's look into that after this stream. How if we could do that for the next Agent Noir 2. I mean, we got to release the first one first, but like the second one.
Yeah, but I heard it wasn't designed, but I gotta go make sure. Maybe that's an old news.
Yeah,
I remember. But yeah, there's the character maker.
That's crazy.
And some of those companies they bought them. I think we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Like they bought some of these companies and
Epic
so that
buys these companies.
Yeah, like the one that does those scans, those photorealistic scans, they bought that company that had a library of that sort of things.
Oh, cool.
And you can use it for free.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
What else they got shown here?
Unreal
Obviously, there's a lot. Yeah,
Fuck.
obviously there's a lot of support behind these engines, man. If you're trying to work on a new game, you just want to mess around with the engine, like stick to Unity, Unreal if you want to just mess about, because there's so much support, man. Like people got you covered on the forums, they got you covered on, I don't know, Discord like chats and stuff as well, right? Like, they have their own communities. There's so much support for it.
There's also what a lot of other devs and indie devs so that will be using. So like if you know anybody that does that, they'll be able to give you some tips and advice if you need it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool that you can create your own articles, like how to basically show how to do certain things.
Yeah.
And it's community based, so anyone could put their post there.
Yeah.
So
all this free resources, guys, it's all available to you. Just crack on, man. Like just get your feet wet and just practice. That's how it is. That's how we started out. Me and Ivan, we have no programming experience. We got nothing in terms of video game development. We got nothing to our names, man. It's all self-taught. We all learn just from reading and just watching YouTube tutorials and practicing and stuff like that.
Yeah, just do it. And obviously you want to start small though. You don't want to go like, oh, I'm gonna make freaking Final Fantasy, the next Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, just do something simple. Like, like
do what we did. Start with Pong.
How I started was Pong. Like, if you're gonna use a 3D engine, like maybe like do a jump like a Mario in a way.
Yeah.
And just have like, if my character could jump on platforms, he doesn't fall off the world, then I finish my game. And there's an end to it as well. Then you already learn. Because you can learn a lot just by doing that simple game. Like just try to do a simple platformer.
Yeah.
And then make an end goal as well. Like make a complete game. And that's how you be able to start learning. And then after that you can build yourself more and more from there.
Yeah. Holy look at all these companies. What is this coalition they're talking about here? Let's see. We're thrilled to confirm that all the amazing studios you see here are part of the Unreal Engine 5 community. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
See a couple here. Don't know. This is the guys that watch Life is Strange, Xbox, what else? Gearbox, Rare, PlayStation, Far From Home. Who's the guys that did Far From Home? Was that which company was that?
Far From Home, I'm not sure. I guess we can talk about like the games they announced.
Yeah, what games?
Let's go through if you want to pause there and just go to that one article.
What's this, by the way?
We should go like.
Well, this is pretty cool.
That's the Gears, the new Gears, I think, or I don't know if it's new Gears or I think it's like the Gears they're working on.
Yeah. Let's talk about the games. So let's move on from the engine now. We're talking about the engine and everything. Let's talk about the games now.
Let's go about the games so far.
Yeah.
So go to there's a article called GameSpot every Unreal Engine 5 so far. Games so far.
I see it. Okay.
And those are the games. These are the list of games that they announced they're going to use the Unreal Engine so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to go through the list.
Arc Age 2. It's a Korean MMO. I don't know too much about it.
Yeah, it's an MMO. I didn't. Looked interesting, but what I saw. Oh, yeah, this is the
Oh,
funny
oh
one.
my! We roasted this to Kingdom Come when we first saw this, man. We roasted this so we were laughing so freaking hard we were dying. I remember
Dude.
this. Brian, you remember
Dude.
this?
I actually forgot that existed until you just.
Look at Vin Diesel. His face.
Oh my god!
Oh my days, I'm freaking dead, man. That was so funny. Like we're watching this, all of a sudden Vin Diesel just comes out of nowhere with this freaking
Family here, right?
Arc 2. Why would they use him for Arc 2? This is so random.
He was in my live stream one time too. He was my co-host when you were not there, man.
Screw you, Ivan. Freaking hell, man. All right, Arc 2.
here.
So we got the Korean MMO, Arcade 2, and we got Arc 2, so 2 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't stop laughing.
Family.
Look how weird.
Bro, I'm laughing so freaking hard, man. I'm laughing so hard. I was dead, man.
That's funny.
That was great.
Oh,
That was great. All right, this next one. Ashes of Creation by Intrepid Studios. So they
I don't know
migrated from
what that
Unreal
is.
Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. Okay.
I'm sure it'd be easy to migrate to 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's see. Black
this
Myth
one's
Wukong. Oh, Sun Called Wukong, the
I
Monkey
s-
King.
Yeah, I think I saw some gameplay of it. It looked pretty interesting.
What kind of game is it?
It's like a sort of like a beat 'em up, I guess. I don't know if they can show gameplay of it.
Yeah, this freaking. What is this? Is this an ad?
I
Come on.
that's what Sun Wukong did. Beat up Chinese soldiers with the staff or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see this in the new engine as well. They're tackling like a fantasy, and making it all like hyper realistic.
Yeah.
Why isn't this loading? What the hell?
I don't know. That's freaking ads or whatever. Go down, I guess. I don't want you to skip around. I don't know the screenshot of it. Otherwise, you have to Google search it.
Or I
Or
can
we can
just
just
do.
move on.
Or I can show like this. Here we go. Check this out. So this is all in Unreal Engine 5 as well.
Yeah. Which I remember it looked pretty cool. Look how like the statue looks so like looks like
The
clay-made, you know,
nip.
clay
Oh, it's coming
statues.
alive.
Oh.
Oh, this is sick. Look at the lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
This is like next gen, right? Like I said.
Yeah, it's Unreal Engine
Or
5
like-
next gen, man.
Yeah. Because I was disappointed in last year's. Like, man, this game's don't look that impressive. This
Yeah.
looks pretty impressive. It looks like in game. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping
it is in game. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him and like,
Yeah. Now someone's gonna
And
mod
this
this
would be-
and change him to Goku with the power pole.
And this is being made by an indie dev, right?
Intrepid Studios. I don't know if they're indie devs. Are they?
I mean, it could be a new studio or
I could be getting mixed up, but I seem to recall that it was I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there was mention of an indie dev.
Oh, this is for Ashes of Creation. Sorry, wrong game. These guys. Who made these guys? Who made this game?
it's a Chinese game, right? A
Yeah.
Chinese company.
It's
Black-
a Chinese space studio. I remember right.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's the company behind this? I'm interested to see. Game Science. It's an indie developer, Chinese indie developer. Yeah, so it is.
Oh, okay, cool.
Interesting. All right, let's move on. Dragon Quest. I've never actually played any of these games, but I've heard good things about them. What do you guys think?
Me either. I'm wanted to check them out, but I just never had the chance.
Yeah, RPG
I'm
type
here.
games. It's like
More of a
turn-based,
Final
right? Is it
Fantasy guy.
turn-based, like Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
I've heard the
Sorry.
names plenty of times.
Hmm.
Never
Yeah.
played them. Though.
Dreamhouse
Yeah.
the game. Wait a minute. I think I played like the 90s version of this game where you can make your own house and stuff. You can walk around
really?
it. Dreamhouse. I remember this. I gotta show my sister about this because we used to mess around with this during like the early 2000s, the 90s.
Well, I think what's cool about the engine too, you can create like because I heard architects use the engine to create like houses to show it to their clients, like
Oh,
how
that's
this is how the
interesting.
house is gonna look.
Mm.
Yeah, from what I heard from the video.
Yeah.
So maybe,
I would
maybe
assume
that could be it, too.
they've done that before, but yeah, for sure with this, like it'll be the next level, man. For that, definitely.
Yeah.
What's this? Echoes of the End, single player RPG.
I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But it sounds interesting. If it's
Oh,
RPG.
great. Oh, of course, Fortnite had
Oh,
to be
here we
out.
go,
Of course,
Fortnite.
here we go. It had to be
Here
in
we
there.
go.
So, of course, it had to be in there.
Fortnite with the Unreal 5.
They've shifted to Unreal Engine 5 for like the 5% of people that actually notice the difference. They changed.
Maybe more cartoony, I guess.
I absolutely despise this game.
What's wrong with that game? I thought it was okay. I mean, I know it's for little kids though. Only
Game
play it.
of Thrones?
Yeah, but that's mobile though.
Hold on a second. Game of Thrones?
No,
Yeah, but
Fortnite.
mobile,
We're
though.
talking about Game of Thrones now.
No. I just saw that pop up there. Game of Thrones. I don't know anything about a Game of Thrones game being made.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah, that's
What?
mobile though.
What?
I think it's only for mobile though.
Oh
It's a
my
mobile
God,
game.
you're kidding.
But what
Yeah,
type
it
of mobile
is.
game is it? Does anyone know?
Well, it's the creators of people that I don't like.
Who?
Like certain games I don't like. Those type of games where that I don't really like.
It's
you
like
know?
it's like a base building game, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
my-
I hate people that do that. Like they just say, "Oh, it's the next. It's
like,
from
why-
Game of Thrones. It's from Lord of the Rings. It's a freaking typical base building game with that freaking names attached on it."
Why can't they just give us a freaking RTS Game of Thrones game in the same vein of Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth?
I don't
that'd be
know.
pretty
That's
sick if
that's
you made
another
it
good game.
those.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the only thing I'll say could highlight is like, just a heads up. Yeah, you can create mobile games on the Unreal Engine 5. So
Yeah.
so heads up, and they look pretty impressive too on the phone.
yeah.
So yeah, let's move on.
We got Ill. What's this game called? Ill.
Freaking the hell's that game?
What in
I
blazes?
don't know, but it's making me ill just staring at it.
What is that? With focus on mystery exploration, stop churning monster designs. Team Cloud's Ill is using Unreal Engine 5 to create disturbing and spooky.
It looks-
What was that?
sounds
What was that
interesting.
game that was supposed to be like related to Dead Space, but then it was like in the universe, and then it was crossover with like some other game. You
Like
guys-
like Alien? Is
yeah,
that game?
yeah. Is that Alien? Is it called Alien?
There's certain
It's
art style
fine.
to that. I don't know what it's
I don't
called.
think it's Alien. I know what game you're talking about, though. I think I
Yeah,
remember.
freaking out.
Remember? Let me know in the comments or someone in chat.
Yeah, you guys
let
know.
us
Let us know. I thought this was Fable, man, for a second. I was like looking at this, like, freaking hell is this?
Yeah.
Fable
You
4, where
got
are
your-
you? We're waiting for you, man. Come on, you gotta freaking tell us.
You got your hopes up so much, only to get absolutely crushed.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know why they would want to show us anything about it, man.
I think Microsoft got to do something about
They need to do something about that game. Everyone's waiting for it. Honestly.
I mean, they got Bungie now on their wing. Maybe have Bungie to make a game, but they got to make something unique though. Not like
Well, the guys from
another
Forza are working on it.
Elder Score. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That'd be interesting. Let's see.
Legend and Ymir, what's this? Korean developers.
I have no clue.
It's
this
an
game?
MMO. It's an MMO. Something like you won't
Yeah,
like it,
I don't
Ivan.
know.
It's an MMO game.
Yeah, any MMOs I don't like.
Away.
Very
What
well.
about Guild Wars?
Even if I wanted to play MMOs, I can only focus on maybe one. There's so much shit that you have to do in an MMO. It's ridiculous.
I'd say Star Wars, The Old Republic, and
Final Fantasy
Guild Wars.
14?
Guild Wars, and well, I haven't played Fantasy 14 to make a judgment on it, but like I'd say Guild Wars and freaking what was the game I just mentioned? I forgot. Guild Wars. What was before Guild Wars?
Which one are you talking about? Wait,
Oh.
repeat that again.
I was talking about the MMOs that Star Wars, The Old Republic. So Star Wars, The Old Republic, and
Okay.
Guild Wars are the ones that I played that I recommend. Elder Scrolls Online, kind of, but it's a bit janky. Not so much.
I've not played Final Fantasy 14, but I've heard nothing but good things about it, and it's just like mega popular now. Like so many people have migrated from Warcraft to that game, in fact. So it's like, yeah, that game's just like at the top right now in terms of MMOs.
Yeah, for me, I don't like MMOs because it's like, I don't know, a little too grindy and like I don't feel like I don't get enough rewards to it.
Yeah.
And,
But,
like some of the quests are not that
experience, playing it with your friends is the full experience. I've been playing Phantasy Star Online too, like months and months and months ago. Waiting
I was
for you
too.
jackasses to get on it.
That's true.
Damn it. Yeah, we gotta get back to that game. Fantasy Star Online
Yeah.
2 is actually a lot of fun. I mean, Fantasy
I
Star
got
Universe still
re-
the best though, man. Still OG, still the best.
Yeah.
There's that kind of stop though. I got so overwhelmed with the freaking stuff and like this and that.
You do this and that,
I'm like-
yeah.
I'm like, ugh,
Well-
so much.
Well, the funny thing is, it did get that new update that basically like sort of rebooted the game in a way.
Yeah.
So it's like you start
Yeah.
again in a different planet or some shit. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it is, I can understand where you're coming from. There's so much stuff to keep track of in these MMOs. It's overwhelming even for me, but I mean sometimes I just try and force myself through it, and sometimes it's not a problem. But
Yeah.
I mean, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, next
All
one.
right.
Redfall. Oh, this was that one game that everyone was like, "What the hell is this?" They didn't like. They didn't. Was it like it was a loot shooter, right? Kind of like it wasn't a Left 4 Dead route, was it?
Well, isn't that the one game that sort of like Apex Legends?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Depends.
Redfall. Let's see this.
I mean, I did like Apex, so I shouldn't.
Don't talk about Apex. You'll summon freaking Ryan in this room.
But
Yeah.
You
I don't
summon
know.
him. It's like a black magic spell. You summon him into this area. Seriously.
Yeah, as soon as you bring up Apex, or as soon as you say something bad about it, he will instantly just pop up just like that.
Yeah. He'll be summoned.
He'll show up in chat.
Basically.
He'll show up in text chat right there in the audience.
So yeah, it's like an
see.
Apex game, like kind of reminds me of Back 4 Blood a bit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw this, like, what the hell is this? When we watched this live, we didn't even know what the hell was going on.
I mean, I'm okay with these trailers. I just like wish they explain what the game is, what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
we watched it and no one knew what the hell this game was about. We had no idea.
The worst thing a company could do is like show off the game. Like I remember a trailer, like it was just a guy. It was really funny. So it was just a guy, like at a PlayStation 4 conference. It was just a guy walking, like the door open, and it was just a guy going towards the doorway, and the door closes, and all you see is his feet.
That's it?
And that's it.
You're talking
Wait, that's the trailer? That's the game trailer? A guy walking in and opens the door and closes it? That's it?
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
what the game is?
Hold on.
What?
Hold on a second. Okay, so I know exactly what you're talking about, Ivan. Man, do you remember I told you about that game called Abandoned by Bowling Box Game Studios?
Yeah, that's the
Wait,
one.
that's the game you're talking about? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Go play.
I gotta see this
okay.
right now. Abandoned,
So,
right?
The context is this: they were hyping up all this, this reveal and all that, this teaser that they're going to reveal on this PlayStation exclusive app that they were going to be putting their trailers and teasers onto this app exclusively.
Yeah.
And they showed a 5-second clip on Twitter of a guy walking, just basically walking
Is
along
this
the
one?
floor.
No, it's not that one.
He was walking along the floor, and that's it. And they're hyping up this teaser. So the teaser gets added to the app. Everybody checks the teaser out on the app,
Yeah.
and it's the same clip that he posted on Twitter.
Well. What is this? They released something recent about this game actually 4 days ago.
Okay, so the other what I learned recently was that they deleted a lot of their old tweets that talking about the game, making a lot of people speculate. It made a lot of people speculate that they canceled the game, but they're saying that they didn't cancel the game. They're still working on it and all that. And
Are they just screwing around with people? Look at it. Look at this like to dislike ratio. Horrible.
Yeah.
I'll just see if I can find that trailer, but keep on talking.
Yeah.
The gist of the issue is the marketing of the game has been poorly mishandled, like really extremely poorly mishandled.
What does that remind you of? Freaking A, man. Yeah, like when you're screwing around like this, you gotta be really careful, man. Like
it's not even just that. No one even knows what the game is yet. We've not really seen any gameplay, unless that 5-second clip of a guy walking on a floor is supposed to be gameplay. But like, we don't even know what the game is yet. We don't know the story. We don't know the characters. We don't know the setting. We don't know what they say it's some survival game or something like that. I don't know. We still don't know what the game is.
wasn't it you that was saying that it has something to do with Kojima, or was that something else?
No, but that's what everybody originally thought. Everybody originally thought, like months and months ago, that this was Hideo Kojima pulling more shit. And oh my God. And for a while people were speculating, this was a Silent Hill being made by Kojima, and that this Blue Box Game Studios is literally just fake, that they don't exist, and it's just a placeholder, like mask or whatever, to throw people off Kojima's trail.
What is he bringing back Silent Hills finally? Because I want that game to come back. I don't know if you guys remember, but they made an indie studio was making a spiritual kind of successor to Silent Hills called Allison Road, and that freaking crashed and burned and died.
I was gonna bring that up earlier.
Yeah.
Like
I was
meant to
so
bring that up.
freaking sad over that. Like I was like, I'm looking forward to this game because like it's not exactly like Silent Hills, but it's got the same vibe. It's got the same feeling. Like they're kind of taking like they're taking it's taking place in the UK. They're taking it in a different direction. I'm like, let's do this. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this game. And then all of a sudden, they didn't do a development update for a long time, and it just crashed and burned. Then just the developer just announced, oh yeah, I can't do this anymore. But I don't put it past him. There's only one guy. I think there's only one guy mainly like heading everything. And if you're gonna put that much stress on yourself, bro, just don't announce that, a project of that magnitude to begin with, man. Like, just don't do it, man.
I send you the video of the app what Brian was talking about.
Oh,
but
you found it? Okay, let's see it.
I remember Alison Rose well. I think it was me, you, and Ryan that watched a video like of some gameplay of that like years and years ago. And it was fun. And yeah,
it looked great. It was great, honestly. I like the look of it.
Is it the app you were talking about, Ryan?
Yep, this is the app I was talking about.
So this is the video the infamous video you guys were talking about, right? With this guy just walks for 2 seconds, the trailer ends.
I've seen a lot of videos.
So it's the app that they announced, and it was basically the same thing from the trailer, but you'll see the trailer as well.
Oh my!
Right, just remember when this trailer, Miranda, they showed the exact same thing on Twitter before they posted this on this app.
Oh my god! Why? That's so stupid.
Here's a teaser trailer for the teaser trailer.
Wow. Demonstrating content in real time. You get to see someone walking for 3 feet.
Watch this video.
This is already stupid. Oh my god, this is so dumb, bro. Are you serious? Wait. What?
Trailer coming soon.
Oh my, that's it? Are you serious? That's it?
Yeah, that is that.
What was that? What the hell was this shit?
Playable prologue coming soon.
Oh my, I gotta see that again. My eyes deceiving me here?
You see how people got confused? Like, is this like Silent Hill? Because they did the same thing, right?
Oh my god.
Because that's supposed to be a playable trailer. That's what PT stands
So
for.
stupid, man. What the heck is this? Oh my god.
I remember this.
This is so this is a teaser trailer for the teaser trailer, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying too. Like, I get annoyed by companies that like show off. Like, this is the worst example too. Like,
it's not just that.
We have no clue what the game is about. So yeah. Sorry, go on, Daryl.
It's not just we don't even know what the game is. But again, this is another indie dev, and it's just like, again, they're like, I've seen Young covering videos on this before, and it basically pretty much sums it up perfectly well. They're acting like they're bigger than they really are, and they're doing things. They're just an indie dev. They shouldn't be really like hyping things up like this.
Yeah.
And like just making this out to be the greatest reveal ever since sliced cheese.
Bro,
like,
please keep your head down and just get to work. And then when you're ready to release it and you got something to show, then show it.
Yeah.
So many developers do this, man. Like, especially that I've noticed from indie as well. Like, they hype this shit up to ridiculous levels, and they're like, "Oh, it didn't even get off the ground. I haven't freaking gotten to the planning phase." What was the game that you told me about, Ivan? Remember, there's like they got to like the Kickstarter, right? And then literally they couldn't execute anything because they couldn't decide what the game was even about, and then they just got rid of it completely.
I can't remember what game I said, but there's a lot of examples, unfortunately, that's that sort of thing where they have they have like a really cool like idea, and they show off a lot of the art and everything, but they just couldn't handle it because they needed a much bigger budget from what they're trying to do. It just they didn't really plan it out right. You know? And there's a lot of examples. I'm sure you can find a lot of examples that are kickstarted that like people put so much money on it, and then once now they less and less they did updates, and it was just all poorly managed, because I heard stories like people didn't get paid, people everything was just disorganized and they didn't have no direction, and just they didn't have no clue how to make a game, and that's probably the reason why you always have to start small, because otherwise that way you have an idea how from start to finish how to make a game and make a product. This
is exactly why we say start with Pong, because you can manage your you can project your kind of expectations about a game. It basically teaches you to build that mentality where you have scalable worlds, scalable game design. Like try to make when you have your concept of your game, try to make it the simplest way possible. How you can, like, even describing it to someone, right?
Yeah.
And like scale it accordingly as well. Don't scale it massively to something that's so unattainable. You can't do it with your budget, with your team size and stuff like that. That's the thing we've struggled with a lot as well with Agent Noir, right? Because we made a lot of decisions where like we thought about the game in a kind of a position where, you know, we don't have the budget for this, we don't have the team size for this. This can only be managed by 2 people, so we have to downscale and cut a lot of things out as well. But you have to make those hard decisions, man, and you really have to think about these questions, these boiling questions ahead of the game as well, as much as possible. When you're in the planning phase, like, okay, is this doable? What's attainable? What's realistic? You know, with the time that you have, the time frame as well. You got to think about the time frame too, man.
Like for example, when we were trying to do like we actually were gonna add like soldiers and, you know, that sort of things. And you know, there's soldiers in the game, but like not like really, but they don't really show in the game, but they're like off screen, you know, you can hear them and everything. But
Enemies,
we had to cut that out because, you know, obviously, you know, creating a character and all the animations, it's a lot of work and time that you have to use. And,
we were really sad about that because we were trying to get the AI, we're trying to program the AI and we just couldn't get it to work, man. It was just like it was a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and like we needed a lot of time. We needed to plan it out better, and we just decided, like, you know what, let's focus on this one mechanic, which is the spotlights. You know, that we you have to avoid the stealth aspect, right? Yeah, and, you know, see if we can figure that out, and then obviously the movement of the character, because that's actually, you know, what makes it really unique of our game.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I just want to also mention real quick that it really we abandoned the Blue Box in the Silent Hill conspiracy. It all really started when they first posted that first trailer of the foresty looking area that looked like it was that made it look like Silent Hill, and then they posted a tweet on Twitter that said our game has an actual name, first letter S, last letter L. What do you think people are conclusion?
That's such bullshit.
The
guy's a complete dick for leading people like this, man. Are you serious? I'm telling you, he did it on purpose.
He did.
He knew exactly what he's doing.
The other thing when people think about it is like, because they thought it was Silent Hill because they released that trailer in the freaking state of, I think it was a state of play, or at least something with PlayStation. Yeah. You know? And it's like, oh wait, is PlayStation working on a Silent Hill? Oh my gosh, I'm like, great.
Yeah, and then they post a tweet like that that starts with S and ends with L. Oh, what do you think people are gonna?
Yeah, obviously people are gonna think that's Silent Hill. Why don't they just? What is going on with Silent Hill? Like, I don't understand. Like, everyone wants this game to come out. Like, it was canceled. I mean, obviously Kojima leaving Konami was a huge part of the cancellation with freaking Silent Hills. But like, why don't they do something about it? Everyone's waiting for it.
And again, I think I already told you guys about this a while ago as well. Yeah. It's not just that, but then a while after that, they posted a bloody image of a character with an eye patch.
What?
Oh,
then people started thinking it was Metal Gear Solid related.
Oh my
gosh.
I feel like I feel a lot of these people driving these hype trains as well to blame, man. They're like trying to get everyone riled up as well. Shit stirrers.
Here's the great thing about this whole abandonment. You know, I guess last thing, I don't know if you want to move on.
Go for it.
It was like, it's an indie dev company, but Sony was trying to like help indie developers to push their games. I mean, it's not the first example. You ever heard of the game called Life of Tiger? That was another game that was,
I think
Sony
so.
Was pushing it.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Daryl.
I was just gonna say, I get that Sony's helping indie devs and that, but what is so special about Blue Box Game Studios that they get their own exclusive app on PlayStation to put their own teasers on it?
I assume they created that app like with like sort of like how you're supposed to with any type of developer, you know. And
there's Brian crying right now. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know, really. I don't know who's making those decisions. Where, like, you know, the truth of the matter is, like, not every indie game is good. You know, like, we want to support the little guys and everything, but not every game is great, man. Like, you know, and that's why when you create your own game one day, if you want to create a game that you want to sell, you know, you really have to be honest with yourself. Like, what you know, because you're competing with other games. Like, let's say if you're creating a game that's a first person shooter, right?
Yeah.
Like, what makes your first person shooter better than Call of Duty, right?
What makes it so different, and what makes it stick out and all that? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because if you're just gonna make a like, oh, you just shoot guys and that's it, like that's not
Yeah.
gonna cut it. You know.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just like, I mean, what is so special about this one indie
I don't
dev
know.
that justifies them getting their own special app on PlayStation?
Hey man, you know
I
how it is
don't
in
know,
indie.
so-
Everyone's just trying to get found. They're trying to be different. They're trying to get like get off the ground. So
Kudos to the indie dev to take the opportunities.
I'm just saying, there's so many indie devs. Why? What's so special about this one that they get their own apps with their teasers?
well, it
The
certainly was shit
connections, I
stirring with the
guess.
freaking Silent Hill stuff, man, for sure.
I-
All right,
guess-
guys,
Definitely.
let's move on. Let's
See
move
if
on,
this
shall we?
really is. See if this really is Kojima. I'm gonna freak the hell out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Kojima. He's screwing around like doing stuff like this. All right, guys, let's move on. So I don't know if Abandon was using Unreal Engine 5. Is it? Do you know?
No, they were just.
They're just. I mean, it's very relevant still. I mean, we're talking about the future of gaming here. People screwing around with people's emotions, trying to make Silent Hill freaking games when they're not there, right? I mean, screw that, man.
Yep.
All right, guys. So back to the Unreal Engine 5 games that we're expecting here. So Senua Saga Hellblade 2. I'm probably might play Hellblade for my next game. I'm not sure yet. It's either Hellblade or Elden Ring. So you guys have to help me decide which game I have to play next for my solo streams. But yeah. Obviously, this was amazing. We watched it together at the Game Awards, and it was phenomenal. The graphics were insane. The visuals were amazing. Honestly, and this was all captured in game too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I'll use Unreal Engine 5 too.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another game where like the motion capture performance is just so on point, man. I mean, because I just came from God of War, just completed God of War, so crazy. Yeah, these visuals are crazy.
Yeah, the lighting. But I didn't talk about the lighting because you see how like it reflects the ground
Yeah,
and I forgot to mention about the Unreal Engine 5. So like let's say if you put like an object that's purple,
yeah,
it reflects the lighting from the purple object and it kind of like bounces off to different objects like on the ceiling or on the walls. And you can see a little bit of purple
interesting.
reflection on it. Yeah, to make it look like really more realistic and
that's crazy.
yeah.
Excuse
But
me.
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
look at that. Yeah, look at the lighting.
freaking Attack on Titan.
All right.
Yeah, this game is sick, man.
Well,
So Hellblade 2, that's gonna be a good second one to watch or to play.
What else?
Stalker 2, a first-person shooter. I've never seen this. You guys have played any of these games?
I haven't played any of them, but I heard good things about it. I don't know if it's like sort of like Fallout, maybe.
I
Or
think
at least,
it reminds me of
or at least,
Metro.
or at least Metro, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more towards RPG.
Let's check this one.
I regret to say my passion for first-person shooters is taking a nosedive right
Why?
now. So,
Let me guess. Halo, right?
yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot to say about what's been happening with Halo, but that's gonna probably be another hour at least.
That will be a different stream because there's a lot
Yeah.
of words to be said about that.
Yeah.
God, we might make another use because we're just still on my first topic.
Yeah. And we got a lot to talk about, man. I told you
said-
this was going to be a long. I mean, this is not something you can do before a live stream, man. I'm telling you. I told you it's going to be long.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, this game reminds me of Metro, honestly. Doesn't Metro kind of have the similar concept? Because this is Chernobyl, right? Yeah.
There is a game. I think there is a game, a first-person shooter, and I think it's a first-person shooter if I remember seeing the trailer right.
Yeah.
It's called Chernobyl-like.
Chernobyl-like?
Chernobyl-like.
Chernobyl-like. Oh, I know what that game is. Yeah, I've seen some stuff about it, for sure.
I don't know what it is. Some crazy shit.
Yeah, these visuals look sick. Look at guy's face.
Yeah.
The hyper-realistic emotions. Yeah, these graphics, this lighting is, and these environments are sick, man. This is sick. The hell is he
All
doing? Why is he doing that? Hey, I gotta see the audio for this. Give me 1 second.
Wait, you want to hear him dancing now?
Just picture me as you. That's me and you right there, Ivan.
Oh.
Oh, the guy. Oh, they're talking. Oh, we saw this at the Game Awards, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking around the fire and stuff with this weird like flashbacks and shit.
Yeah.
All right,
let's
moving
move
on. Quantum Error.
I have no clue what that is.
I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, it reminds me a lot about the previous game, but
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, obviously, we saw this in Matrix Awakens.
Oh yeah, it's making away.
Is this a showcase game, or actually they're working on an actual full-fledged game here?
Good question. I think it is a full game. I think it's up. Yeah, I think it is because
So this is the only decent Superman game we're gonna get, right?
Yeah,
Because he's gonna fly around as Neo.
Yeah, I hope they are gonna do one because from what I've seen, it looks really fascinating in the city. And
Yeah, they captured the look of Matrix so on point, like the green, like filtery look to it, and like this everything, the lighting and everything is on point, man.
Yeah.
Hang on, they have a detailed breakdown of the various technologies used within Unreal Engine 5. What does it say?
I think I went over
it's from the video. It's from the video. Yeah, we went over it already.
Let's keep moving.
Oh, another Layers of Fear game. That's for you, Ivan.
Oh yeah, that's for me. Yeah. Using Unreal Engine 5, huh?
Yeah.
I played the very first. Yeah, I played the first Unreal. First Layers of Fear game.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. The story was pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't that scary though. Like it was more disturbing than scary. I'll put it that way.
Silent Hill, kind of in that same vein. Then psychological horror, right?
Yeah, but I feel like Silent Hill is more scarier than.
Oh yeah,
Layers of
that's
Fear.
for sure.
But it was still a good game. I liked it.
All right, you guys see the Wolf Medallion, or you already know what this is gonna be about, right?
There's a lot to say about that one, but yeah.
Yep, The Witcher.
I don't think it is a wolf though. Is it? Like I think is it a lynx or something?
We're talking about that though, right?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it's a lynx. It's a lynx. You're right. It is a lynx. It's a different medallion, but it's The Witcher. Yeah.
But I think from what I heard, like they said it's gonna be within the Witcher world, but you're not gonna play as Geralt.
Yeah.
So it's not even it's not gonna be the title. Like it's not gonna be Witcher 4 or 5.
I don't mind that. I would be fine starting with this game because one of the appeals of like RPGs and all that is the player's the main character. I don't mind like set characters, like if they're written well and all that. And Geralt's cool, but in terms of like The Witcher, I would like to play a game where the player's the main character. I want to create me,
Custom characters, right? Yeah, you just gotta think about the logistics of that game design wise, man. Because creating your own custom character, like it's quite a lot of work, man. You know, if you want to make that an RPG solely around that, that's why like making these fixed characters, it's easy for game developers, right, Ivan? Like you have the character already set in stone. You don't have to worry about customization or anything like that, and then you just create the narrative surrounding that, right? It's very straightforward and linear. It's easy to so I wouldn't say it's easy to create, but like logistics of it are a lot more easier in that sense.
So one thing that's really interesting for the audience and for everyone else is that this game is going to be made in the Unreal Engine, and before it was using their own in-house engine, which is called the Red Engine.
Oh, they did the opposite. They're going from their in-house engine to Unreal Engine 5 instead of the other way around.
Yeah, which is really interesting.
Thank you for the like, sir.
Because I know that they used that Red Engine for Cyberpunk 2077. I know they had development hell for that one because their engine was made for that.
Oh, we've said enough about that game.
Yeah. The Cyberpunk story is just another like Halo. It's another story for another video. To be honest, man, there's just so much to cover
all I'm
there.
gonna say is I'm still waiting for it to be updated and put into the state that it should have been at launch before I actually begin my first playthrough.
You still haven't touched it yet, have you? It's just sitting on that shelf, isn't it?
No, I still haven't touched it yet. No.
Is it still on the plastic wrapping, or is it like? Did you take it out of that?
Yeah, I did take it out of the plastic wrapping, and I put the disc in. I tried a bit in the beginning, just for like a few hours, and then I stopped playing it. And
Brian, you lying sack of shit! You saying you haven't touched it at all? You didn't freaking play 2 hours of it.
No, you know what I mean when I say I touched that. Like actually fully began the playthrough. I was just wanting to try it out, and then once I saw everything that was going on and all the rest, I was like, holy hell! Okay, you know what? I'm not going to bother going any further until the game is actually in the state that it should have been.
Oh my god! It's been an ongoing meme that Brian hasn't played Cyberpunk because it's still in the state that it is. But like this guy's touched the game for 2 hours, man. The meme's dead now.
I say for those people who haven't played it, I say still play it. Just lower your expectation. I think it's still a good game. It's not as what it could be. You know, like it could have been the greatest game of all time, like the greatest RPG.
Yeah,
but it haven't got there, and it will never be going.
There. They have literally to just make another game at this point because there's so much fundamentally wrong with that game that can't be fixed with patches. You can't patch it away. honestly.
I'm gonna assume the Red Engine wasn't really made for open world type of. Although they were very successful on the new The Witcher game, Witcher 3.
It wasn't. I'd assume it wasn't made for open world first person, right? Maybe.
Maybe that's the reason why they're struggling with that.
If you guys have been following the development updates for Cyberpunk, or you've been reading some of the news and stuff, the game was originally supposed to be in third person, and they scrapped that. The new, I think the team got changed around with something like that, and then they swapped it over to first person, which was a huge beast to tackle.
Yeah, and like I talked about before, is like sometimes engines were just weren't made for that certain things. You know?
Yeah. For sure, man, and that's probably what led to development help. But obviously, we don't have anything bad to say about the development team. The guys, like you guys, worked really hard on it for sure. Like the management obviously just screwed you guys, man. Like,
yeah, it's usually gonna be like the managers or like the higher ups. They're the ones that really. The uppers, I'm sure the people who are making the games. That's why I tell people don't freaking attack the developers.
Don't attack the developers, man. They got nothing to do with the decisions. Really, those kinds of decisions.
It's mainly the higher ups, the leaders. You know, that make those decisions. You know, because I'm sure like the developers, like you heard of like Keanu Reeves was not in the game until later on in development, and they had to change a lot of things. Yeah,
the story behind Johnny Silverhand, he was supposed to be way different. He wasn't even supposed to be Keanu Reeves. He was supposed to be like their own kind of in-house original character that they created. And for some reason, out of the blue, they just kind of decided, oh, let's get Keanu Reeves and just shove it in there. And that was like kind of like 70% into development or something, Ivan? Was it 8%? Like near the end somewhere.
Yeah, they made it more of a main focus. I assume that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And they had to really change the story more. And then, and it just took a lot of like development hell. And
way too many just, jumping and around, like cutting corners and stuff like that. I just, no, man.
Yeah, so going back to the CD Projekt Red using a different engine rather than their own.
Yeah.
So I guess the main reason why they're doing it too, because I think the Unreal Engine is much more suitable for open worlds.
Yeah.
They need to be. So maybe that's why they're kind of experimenting with the Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why me going back to what I said before, like I think more and more it's going to be like there's no really much of a point creating your own engine. Why not use another engine that'll be cheaper and faster?
Yeah.
But
the bright side is as well is that with The Witcher, at least they're going back to familiar territory. They know the world, they know how it's written, how it should go, how the story, the characters, etc. They know basically they've done 3 games of The Witcher's world, so it's not as if they're going to have to just think up new shit just like that. They will be stepping into familiar territory. They'll be able to put it this way: the next Witcher game will definitely come out a lot better than Cyberpunk.
Probably. I think that's a fair assessment. But obviously, like I was really looking forward to this one. I got my heart broken, so I'm gonna be just, I'm not gonna have my expectations ultra high anymore, man. Like, gotta tone that down and just kind of bring it down to realism here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to get over myself. I didn't really watch the trailers of the Cyberpunk.
If you watch the trailers like you did with like me and Brian did, you'd know why we were so disappointed, man. Just we obliterated.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Untitled real-time strategy game by Frost Giant. The guys behind the Warcraft games. Okay. Warcraft 3 with Frozen Throne.
Is it going to be an RTS or?
It's an RTS, yeah. On Unreal Engine 5.
That's kind of answers my question.
This is the first one, right? First, you wanted to talk about real-time strategy games in this new engine. I guess this would be right in that vein.
I guess it definitely is possible.
Yeah.
Wonder how it's going to be delved in 2D then.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Maybe a competitor for Civilization and Age of Empires and stuff, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Untitled Gears of War game, obviously. I mean, we kind of knew about this.
Yeah. Hey, obviously they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually a bit more excited now for the new one, Gears of War. Hopefully they should do something much more like epic and
they're gonna be
and that sort of thing.
They're gonna be utilizing the tools that we saw in the Unreal Engine 5 video, like the Lumen lighting system, the nanite technology with like the geometries and everything. All those tools that they showcase in that demo. They're gonna actually start using that technology. It's
very excited for that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick, man.
Here's another sick one.
Oh yes, Tomb Raider. That's gonna be sick. I mean, the visuals in Tomb Raider are always top notch, man.
No, I was gonna look even more top notch.
Yeah, please, like make this sick one as well, because like the first Tomb Raider game, in my opinion, is the best one out of the 3. Rise of the Tomb Raider was Rise of the Tomb Raider was okay as well, but I like the first one the most. Shadow of the Tomb Raider didn't hear very good things about. so I haven't played it yet. But
Yeah.
this one I'm looking forward to as well. All right, and then that's the end of it. Yeah,
Much more. Let me see if they missed some things. Let me look at my notes here.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So yeah, Mass Effect 4, BioShock. That's actually BioShock going to be using the Unreal Engine 5, but I don't know too much about.
What are they gonna do with the BioShock now? That's the question. What's
Yeah,
the future of BioShock? Like, what's gonna
I don't
happen?
know. I forgot BioShock even existed.
Way.
Yeah, I don't know if it's rumors or something, like they're in development still. BioShock, but yeah. So
Yeah.
that's coming up. Outer Worlds 2 is going to be using the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Also, State of Decay 3 going to be using the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
And the game called Midnight Society. Oh, so there's a game called Midnight Society.
Mhm.
It's a PvP game. I guess it's something going to be Apex. But
Yeah.
the unique thing was with this one is I think Dr. Disrespect that's his company.
Oh, really?
Company.
Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Disrespect. The guy is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently it was cool until apparently I found out he was doing it. He was like helping with this NFT game.
Way NFTs.
Apparently he was. I think he's okay with NFTs apparently because I think a game he was working on has NFTs.
Way. What is going on with those stupid things, man?
I don't know if he's like selling his game with NFT technology. Maybe I don't know. I got to look more into it.
I don't know all the details. All I heard was he's working on a game and it has NFTs.
Right.
The worst thing they could do with that though is like if it's NFTs, like as in like the stuff that you buy within the store, like the game store.
Yeah.
They use NFTs, which I don't see much point of it. They're just
NFT. Listen, NFTs. Just like Battle Royale is a blight in the gaming industry and cannot and must not continue.
Yeah, because they want to just make money out of it. They're not even using it where it
is literally just another way for them to another scummy way for them to make money. That is literally all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get annoyed when they said like, oh, you know, the NFT is going to be the new thing and people just don't understand it yet. And I'm like, people do understand it. They're not idiots. You're the one who don't really utilizing it to benefit everyone.
Who?
You're just using it.
Who in particular are you talking about? That's
I think it was Ubisoft that said that.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft. Yes.
So they call people dumb because they don't know what NFTs are. Is that what they said?
In a nice way or PR way, yeah.
Yeah, PR way, of course.
Yeah, basically they're saying like, oh, it's just people don't really understand it, but we're still gonna continue on with it. You know, that's basically what they said. You know.
Yeah, of course they would. Freaking A, man.
Yeah, that's gone so well for them right now, hasn't it? Apparently they ended their live service for Ghost Recon Ghost or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're making a new Ghost Recon, right?
I wouldn't know. I haven't touched a Ghost Recon in a long time, man. Honestly.
I was so disappointed the latest one they had, and because I love the Tom Clancy's series because they've always been like realistic, like really strategy shooter games. Like it's not like like Call of Duty. It's like you really have to think about things
like Splinter Cell, right?
Like Splinter Cell, right? That's an amazing game. What happened to Splinter Cell, man? I really missed that series.
I don't know, honestly.
The last game they made was Splinter Cell Blacklist, and that game was freaking great. That they like, what was that other game they made? Splinter Cell Conviction.
Conviction.
Conviction? Yeah, was a good game, but it wasn't really stealth. It wasn't really like a stealth game though. That's the problem.
It was like action, right? More action based.
It was more action than stealth. Splinter Cell Blacklist is more stealth and then they made it much better.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Splinter Cell, man. I haven't heard from them in a long time, honestly.
But I heard it didn't do that well, or at least that's what they're hoping. Maybe that's the reason why they haven't really make it, or they can't really make much out of a game. Because my problem with Ubisoft right now is like their games is just very similar to each one. Like compared to let's say like Far Cry and the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah,
like it's an open world game where there's a lot of stuff to do. There's quests that you can do. And you got to go up to these towers to discover more of the land. Although I think they changed that because it's been very meme now. And it's like, oh yeah, we should change that now.
yeah.
Otherwise, we just get memed.
Yeah.
But it's just been very similar to their designs, and it's like, man, you guys got to make something new and unique. You guys just keep making the same thing.
Yeah. And this is the same Ubisoft who's some of their employees that made fun of Elden Ring's UI and all that shit.
Oh right, that whole
yeah.
freaking debacle. They're talking about that, like, which game was it they released? They said that failed because of Elden Ring. They try to blame Elden Ring, right?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Wasn't that it?
What was it?
What was that?
Shit.
Shoot, man, what was that about?
From what I heard was that they said that the reason why their game didn't sell that well is because of Elden Ring.
No. I know what it is. That was EA. EA blamed Halo Infinite for
Oh
Battlefield.
right, it was EA blaming Halo Infinite.
Okay,
but they
yeah,
said
yeah.
But some companies said something about Elden Ring as well. From what I remember.
Yeah, it was just a few Ubisoft devs and devs from other studios and all that. And they were basically just. I can't remember what they said specifically, but the gist of it was they were just basically pissed off because the Elden Ring did what they do, but better.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh.
Just take the L,
Yeah.
man. If a game studio comes out with a good game and it's better than yours, just take that L and just say, oh, I gotta do better next time. Don't freaking moan and blame.
You could just tell by what they said there was absolute jealousy. You could just taste the jealousy.
Yeah, freaking hell.
Oh my god.
It was absolute jealousy at its finest, man. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, well, their game is crap, so I'm sorry. People are the market spoke and they said, no, we want this game.
Yeah.
And I know people got roasting EA because they said, like, EA at one point said, like, oh, single player games are not, they don't sell well.
Oh, right. I
focus on
remember that.
multiplayer.
That was so dumb.
People brought up an example of, like, Elden Ring, like, how well that game sold. Like, I was really impressed how well that game sold.
Yeah.
Oh, EA says single player games, people are not interested in single player games anymore. 12 million people and counting, still counting. The otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's not that. It's like, no, you got to make a good game. That's all. That's because when you make a new game, people are going to talk about it, and more people are going to live stream more, and like, oh, I want to check this game out. This game looks so unique and interesting.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know. It's just companies don't really get that. There's
a huge disparity
don't.
between the perception of companies of what their market wants and what people actually want. And for what reason, I don't know. Why? Like,
Well,
you can't be that
I
kind of
know what-
blindsided. Like, no, I don't even understand what the hell these
One
people.
of the reasons why.
Why?
Because these companies are run by corporate executives who never played a game in their life.
Probably.
I'll add to that too. Is like I think the corporate executives, they always want to choose the safest route. Like, all right, what's selling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty. Let's make a first person like that.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they usually just stick with their games. Like the God knows how many amount of Call of Duties they made, and
Too many. Too many.
Yeah, and it's like let's just always play it safe, and let's just keep creating Call of Duties and people will buy it.
Yeah.
And then there's other companies that sees that and they're like, oh my god, we gotta make our own series, and then they try to do it, but they just epically fail. Like,
Yeah.
like right now, like Battlefield right now, lately is doing.
Oh
Here's
man.
the thing. I don't actually mind if another studio decides to do another first-person shooter if it's good.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, the Modern Warfare not the remaster, the new like reboot was pretty sick. I liked it. I like that one. I'm looking forward to the next one as well for that sequel to that because I played I played it mostly for the campaign. I didn't play the multiplayer a massive deal. Obviously, a lot of people want to play Call of Duty for the multiplayer, but I enjoy the campaign. Man, I love the story. Honestly,
Multiplayer is actually really good too.
Task Force 141. Captain
What's
Price
that?
and his boys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the story. I love the campaign.
The story was really good.
And don't forget the Spec Ops, man.
The Spec Ops, yeah. Oh my god, the juggernauts, the nightmares, the trauma, the PTSD. I
feel
could
like
go on
playing
and on
that
and
now.
on about it. It's just so much to uncover there. But that we need a third party like therapist for that one though. So
Yeah.
Oh my god.
we need to be like sitting on a couch like comfortable and stuff talking about that.
Yes. PTSD's kicking in.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's move on to the final segment here. So, lo and behold, E3's cancelled again. Not even a digital event. We don't even get a digital event this time. They're like, oh no, let's take all our resources, let's pack it into next year and let's do a physical event. What are your thoughts on this? What's going on, man?
Well, what was the reason why they canceled it again?
I don't know, honestly. It doesn't even. They said. I mean, they're alluding to COVID. They're alluding to COVID.
Health concerns over with COVID-19 and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was last year's concerns. Though, what's the concern now? What's the situation with COVID in the United States? I'm not really kind of that.
Hold on a second, though. Like, we had the Game Awards last year. There was people present. There was crowds, right?
Yeah.
There was a crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
like,
true. The Game Awards, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Bro, this sounds like bullshit. This sounds like excuses, man. I'm telling you. What? I forgot about that. That's a good point about the Game Awards. There was a physical showcase for the Game Awards, right? You guys remember that, right?
Crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a whole crowd present. So like, what the fuck?
I don't know. Why cancel it? This is
I
not.
don't know, like.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know, because E3, E3 takes place in California, right? I know California's pretty strict under COVID, COVID-19 restrictions and all that.
Yeah.
Here in Illinois, like, we don't, like, we're kind of going back now to, like, you don't have to wear a mask at all.
Prior
and,
lockdown.
like, there's not really much of a lockdown. Everyone's kind of like almost living normal lives nowadays. Like, there's most people are not wearing masks. Some people do, and we respect them, their decisions.
Yeah.
And but no, it's pretty much normal life here. I'm not sure how it is California. Maybe that's the reason, but you guys did point out, like, wait a second, like, they have an audience on some events, unless those events are taking place somewhere else.
Let me just corroborate this so I can remember. Game Awards 2021. Let's check this out. I gotta see this. Here's a official live stream.
The Game Awards, yeah, and they had a huge audience.
Yes,
Yep,
they did.
yeah, they did.
Yes, they did. Here we go. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. This was a year ago.
COVID-19 doesn't even exist.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Bro, this is just excuses, man. That's what I feel like.
Yep,
But what?
yep,
I mean, I don't know the logistics
it
about.
reached the BS.
I don't know the logistics about hosting it digitally either. But I don't imagine they'll be that freaking cumbersome. I mean, if you want E3 not to die, this is not. You don't do this. This is not what you don't do, man.
Yeah.
Because they got here. Look.
Exactly.
Since then, the summer hyper void has been filled about other parties, including Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest will return this June. That's going to be in a couple months as well. Everyone's doing their own thing now. I think that's what's going on.
You know what? At this point, Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest is the new E3. E3's dead at this point.
Oh man.
Damn.
You really think so? You guys think E3 is dead? Is it completely dead? I know it's dying. Is it dead though? That's the question.
It's been dying because, like, there's a lot of game companies, like, why would we want to spend billions of dollars to create our event that's probably going to be not that great?
Yeah.
Or we can just create our own. We have
And that's what I actually said to Murder as well. Like, with Sony, they discovered that it's cheaper just to do their own showcases.
Yeah, it's cheaper, but this platform is supposed to bring everyone together. It's supposed to be a huge community event. It's supposed to bolster the influence and kind of like the spotlight, right?
Well, I mean,
supposed to put on the map.
I guess for studios maybe, but like there's PAX, what is it called? PAX East, PAX West,
PAX West, PAX East, PAX North, PAX freaking South. I don't freaking know.
There's a PAX event that's for gamers,
Yeah.
For people who are like in gaming. I guess E3 is like a great way to introduce like new technologies and games and that sort of thing. But,
yeah.
But since we have the internet now and we can live stream the events where you have access to everyone, what's the point? What's the point doing an event there, where you're paying so much money? I know before E3 used to have like where only people who are from the media, like like IGN, that sort of thing. But now they're opening it to the public nowadays, at least before COVID. But
I think the idea is that when you do your showcase at E3, you're pulling that massive crowd of people because everyone's watching it, everyone's tuning into it. So when you do your showcase, it's going to be a huge event, right?
Yeah.
So if you start doing your own kind of like mini showcases, mini kind of events, obviously you're pulling from less crowd of people because there's going to be less of a what's the word, influence, right? Because everyone knows E3, everyone knows there's going to be a big thing at E3. But obviously, if companies start doing their own thing now, there's going to be kind of you get less publicity that way. Yeah,
because there's not much point to announce your new things in E3.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on the company's own. Like maybe they don't have a big audience and they want to gain access to a lot more audience. But
yeah, I would
I don't
assume,
know.
like, if you're thinking about game development from the marketing perspective, like, you would think that, you know, doing these massive events, you get the biggest impact for your game because it's just the biggest amount of publicity you can get, basically, right?
Yeah.
For
So
the game to sell too, right? So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, something to say. Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Brian. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, PlayStation and Xbox are big enough that they'll still get plenty of people watching no matter what.
Oh yeah,
It's
they can do
other-
their own ones. That's fine. I mean, they'll live. Yeah.
and Nintendo.
Yeah. So Xbox just buys everything. They'll buy
Like,
Sony as well.
the big three are always going to be okay. As for like just other devs and companies and all that, it's helpful for them.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be like everyone comes together at E3, and then you come down from E3 and you have Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, and then from there, then you get the different companies, right? If you take E3 out of the equation, then it would just be like the major showcase events could possibly be carried by the big three, then, right? Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Unless companies are so renowned, they'll do their own thing. Yeah, go ahead.
We haven't been paying attention to the comments on the Facebook. Sandra says hi. Wait, Brian, give me those damn chapters. Hi.
Yeah,
hi,
I've been wanting to read
there.
the chat as well, but we've been so engrossed in conversation that I kind of have to like go back and make the point as well. But yeah.
But they can stream from their homes.
Yeah, I saw the logistics
just-
about how digital events work, man. We don't know for sure how it was, but I would assume it wouldn't be that bad to do it digitally.
We've been talking to Butter.
Away you.
Is the Matrix Awakening in tie with the Matrix 4? I think it is.
The movies? I think it might be its own thing, to be honest. I mean, the side story.
It could be because like in the latest movie, Matrix 4 or something. I don't know. It talks about like game develop, which is kind of weird, that plot. And I'm thinking about it. Like there's a game it's a game development company, and they're making that game Matrix Awakening.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, right? So I guess on some is tied, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I guess the idea is just like, you know, like what's real, you know, like are you actually in a simulation or not? And you know, and using that technology, the Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah.
You know, to make it look so hyper realistic. You know, it's like, oh yeah, we're in a game or we're in a simulation.
If you go to the Unreal Engine website as well, and you go to the
Or is it
Matrix
real life?
section, it actually talks about all these different tools that's going to be used in the game as well from the Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you can get your email here as well if you want to keep in the loop about their development updates. Yeah.
But I guess going back to E3, is there anything else we want to talk about, or I think we?
Well, all I'm going to say is, like, I'm not really too bothered about it, but I would like E3 to stick around because I do like it when all these companies and all that come together and we get all this event going and everybody else gets together and just has a party watching the stream, or like in a party, you know, a group chat and all that.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I enjoy it.
I mean,
So
at least we
do-
got the Game Awards and that guy that said F the Oscars, right? From
yeah, oh my God.
that guy, the
awesome.
legend, the myth, the man, the myth, the legend, who made the
Yep.
A Way Out game. That was funny.
Congrats for him for winning the award for It Takes Two, because he's the one, his company or
Yeah.
team,
Yep.
you know, made
It
that
Takes
game.
Two is great. Is amazing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He like there was a couple other games I wanted to win game of the year in that show, but
Yeah.
I have absolutely no problem with him getting that award. He deserves it. He's freaking great.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that it about the E3?
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to discuss?
I think we reached the end here, man. We're going over
We
1
reached the
hour
end.
40 minutes here as well. That's a
Yeah.
that was a long discussion. I didn't expect it to go on for so long. That's
That was
crazy.
a whole discussion over Ivan's one article.
Wait, hey, we're talking about Unreal Engine 5, a game engine. That's going to naturally just cascade into so many different topics, man. I mean, we're talking about the game industry in general here as well, so I'm not surprised, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for the future because that engine looks really cool, and like, I can't wait for the games to come out.
Yeah, for sure,
using that Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comment section or in the chat, like, what you
Yeah.
guys excited?
For you
Yes.
guys that stuck around, yeah, give us some feedback. Hope that was entertaining, and we
Yeah,
had a
give
lot
us-
of conversations there for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
give us some feedback, comment, let us know what you thought of Ivan's one article.
One article that's over an hour and 30 minutes.
yeah. Well, we're talking
In
about
my
Ivan's.
head-
We talked about Ivan's article. We're talking about the games in the E3, so that was quite a bit to cover there. I think still.
In my head, I was like, oh, I think we could talk about this like 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, we stretched
1
that to an
hour,
hour
40
30
minutes later. Yeah, definitely.
You
That was great.
forget, Ivan, who you're talking with. Yeah. Every conversation. Oh, Brad shouting.
for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, we talked a lot, so yeah, give us
Yeah.
some feedback. I think we'll stop right here for sure because it has
Yeah,
been.
thank
an
you
hour,
so
40
much, guys, for
minutes.
joining us. This was the first episode of the Privateer broadcast. I hope you enjoyed that. I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Two Captain signing off, and Mr. Davro as well. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Take care, man.
Privateer Broadcast.